Hello. Um, so I'm going to be talking about a lot of things in this video. Um, the first thing I'm going to say is Happy Indie Bookstore Day. Yes, I know that was yesterday. We'll get to it. But Happy Indie Bookstore Day. The second thing is actually an announcement that has been posted on Instagram. I am Aurelia Press's new marketing and outreach coordinator. Do I know a thing about marketing? Absolutely not, but I'm going to learn. Um, but I really appreciate Elena for having me on the team. I didn't think that I'd get to this point, and it feels a little bit like imposter syndrome, but we're working on it. Um, so I'm going to include some pictures and videos from yesterday because I went with a couple of my friends to some indie bookstores. And I'm going to yap because we have a lot to talk about. Because there are 3 bags sitting next to me. Oopsies. I may have went a little ham yesterday. Okay. The first bookstore that we went to was Harper's in Lebanon, Tennessee. This was the closest one to us, so it makes sense to start there first. We got in there and they had decorated it with like green streamers. They had you could like pick a cat clan because I think an author was promoting their book, like solely promoting their book there. And they had a whole lot of deals in there. And actually, fun fact, somebody got proposed to in there. Sir, whoever you are, I respect your game. I respect the game. Now, I got 3 books there. So the first one that I picked up, Starside. Now, this has been all over my For You page, and my feed. A lot of friends have talked about this and then said that it was really good. I have 2 of her other books upstairs. But I picked it up and I was like, I'm just, you know what? If I end up not liking it, I'll swap it out or donate it or whatever the case may be. But the edges, guys, the edges. Okay, Miss Astor, I respect your game. The second book that I picked up is Bonded by Thorns. Now, this is, I think, part of a series. I only picked up the first one because I need to break the habit of buying the entire series before I read the first one. I do. I really do. However, 4 beastly princes, 1 awkward bookworm, an enchanted world of fae, magic, and danger. So I'm a little intrigued. Not gonna lie. It is marketed as a romance. So we're gonna try it. And if anybody knows me, I am a paperback whore. Buy me a paperback and I'm just yours. I don't make the rules. Yes, I do enjoy a good hardcover for my special editions, and if I have no other option but to buy a hardcover, I guess I'll deal with it. But a paperback is where my home is. That's where my heart is. Okay. And the last one. I have been looking for these, and not hard enough because I'm like trying not to spend a whole lot of money, right? So But I've been looking for these because they're so fucking pretty. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I love this series, guys. Things We Left Behind. I think this was my favorite when I first read the series. Um, I have the second one upstairs. And I saw this on the shelf and I immediately grabbed it. And then I turned to my friend and I said, now I only need the first one. Now I only need the first one. Um, and so this was an immediate, like, I'm getting it no matter what. Even if I had to pull one of those back, I was going to get this. So in total, I think I spent $60 at Harper's. But we have two more books, or two more bags to go through. So, okay. I'm going to save the big boy for last. um, so I did go to Novelette, which is in Nashville. This is the shop that I bought a book for a friend for her birthday. So all three of us got a bookmark, which is why I kept this one. So that was, I love going into Novelette actually because it's so cunty. It's all rainbows and shit. I love it. So the last bookstore that we went to was the Raven Lounge in Brentwood, Tennessee, I believe is where it's at. Yeah, Brentwood. In total, I spent $41 at it. You'll see why in a second. But the Raven Lounge is actually pretty fucking cool. This is my first time going in there, and this was a first time for all three of us. But quite literally, oh my god, the vibe is immaculate, guys. The vibe is immaculate. I only got 2 books here. This one, the first one I'm gonna show you, Molly, which is my teammate with Aurelia Press, I believe she said that she has the arc for Furybound and was like, hey, this series is kind of really good. So I got Direbound. I did see the special edition hardcover and novelette, and I almost picked it up there. But I was trying to be good, and I still failed. But I did get Direbound, and Molly says this series is really good, so I'm hoping, praying, right? The next one actually came with some goodies, and I'm going to take these out first so I don't drop them. The Seventh Circle. This sounds really good. When tragedy strikes the royal family, Ophelia Fee Andromion, I may have mispronounced that, finds yourself thrust into a world of chaos and responsibility. Quite literally, traitors have other plans, enemy forces breach the realm's defenses, racing against time. Like, I'm intrigued. Hold please. She signed it. Or they signed it. Signed. And it came with goodies that are also signed. I have not actually pulled out the goodies yet. So bookmark, the power was always yours. The question is, will you claim it? I'm having technical difficulties. Apologies. The character art. Hello? the character art. And I got a cool little sticker. Um, and fun fact, the Raven, actually, whenever you make a purchase, they gave you a rose. Mine wilted by the time I got home, but that's fair, because, well, I hung out at my friend's house for far longer than I probably should have with that thing in the car, but it's fine. I got pictures. Um, so that was the Raven Lounge and Novelette. Mm-hmm. So the last, so the way we went from Harper's to um, Sugar and Spice. I'll get to that in a second. So we went from Harper's to Sugar and Spice to Novelette's, and then to the Raven Lounge. And then we went and stopped by a little free library, and then we came home. I may have went a little too hard in Sugar and Spice, and when I say a little too hard, I mean my friends all kind of looked at me and went, "What the fuck are you on?" I went a little blind. Okay, but the reason I went a little blind, I'll get to in a second. So they had a deal. They had a couple of little deals. If you spent $100, you got a free tote. Spoiler alert. I got a tote. Keep Nashville spicy. Mm-hmm. And then if you wanted to, you could put like your book boyfriend or your favorite series or a series that you should carry, like they should carry on the truck, because it was a mobile truck, right? So I put down Eternal as the Night, and I sent it to Elena and Molly. I was like, I did my thing. Marketing found her. But I put Eternal as the Night on the mirror. And one of my friends actually videoed that. And then if you posted onto the story, like onto your story and like tagged them or whatever, you got a free bookmark. This was my bookmark. Have I read the book yet? No. Will I? Yes. And no, I'm not going to fetishize. I'm looking at the rest of you, because that was idiotic as fuck. They are two men. It's fine. Anyway, so while I was in Harper's, I'm going to get this one out the way because it just, well, but while at Harper's, I had told my friend, oh, I just need the first one now. Right? As soon as I stepped into the truck, I saw her and I was like, you know what? It's fate. It is fate. They're just so pretty. Like, how? That was a no guilt for me. And then right next to her, nobody told me this was out. Nobody. I saw that and I went, oh. So, am I going to have to try and find the other two? Absolutely. Because look at these edges. That was also a no guilt. I love that series too. And so the next one. So if you remember, I had a book swap in I think it was March, like mid-March, right? If you remember, a local author stopped by and dropped 2 blind dates with a book. They were her own book. I did not get one of those. Mac and Becca did. Pop off. Love that for them. However, I saw it was signed by Rebecca. Need I say more? Now all three of us match. um, but when she was at the book swap, she said that somebody hand painted this cover in her new book, which I'm going to that event in May, and I'm so excited. Like, so excited. But yes. But yeah, somebody hand painted that cover, and I'm stoked. It is signed as stated by this little thing. And I'm just in love with it. Actually, and there's a little card in here. I love that. I wasn't expecting that. I was just digging through it, just flipping through it. Love that. Okay. The last 3 books. I saw it and I accidentally pissed off my fiance because I was like, hey, babe, can you because I have a stack of books over there that I have not yet scanned. And I texted him, I was like, hey, can you send me a picture of that stack? And he was supposed to be asleep. Oopsies. So, but I love the original covers. Oh my god. I love the original covers, but I like these ones more. And I had one already on my shelf. I just didn't remember which one. And I had one there. So here they are. Mile High. Mm-hmm. Play along. Mm-hmm. And Caught Up. Am I ashamed of my purchases? No. Is my bank account crying right now? Yes. Can't help it. So that was my haul from yesterday. And I regret nothing, mainly because I'm going to go through my library upstairs when I can and find books to unload. So that's how I'm doing this. Anyway, that is it for me. I have other videos to record and I have stuff to do today. So until then.